Hi. So I've been doing amateurish looking videos for almost 14 years now. About a year before I even took film school, I was already taking a lot of videos. My style is usually amateur style. These days, from Super 8 cameras to DSLRs to the portable cameras, I moved on to using the GoPro since pandemic. My first GoPro that I decided to use for videos was during pandemic. There's several other brands out there now. One would be the DJI Action 4. I'm in Palawan now. I decided to use only the DJI Action 4. And so I have an honest review on the differences that I've seen, why I prefer one over the other, and I wouldn't say there's a better one, but let me show you what I mean. We're on our way to El Nido from Coron. I have the GoPro 12. I have older models starting from the 5, 7, 8, and 12. From 8 I jumped to 12 because I didn't like the design of the 9, 10, 11. These days, I like to shoot in portrait. And I found that if I take off the max lens and I use a regular lens and set it at 916, 4K, 60p. Let's try max super lens. But normally I prefer wide, so wide it is. Horizon lock on, let's turn it on. These are my normal settings. These are the widest that I am willing to go because I don't like shooting in wide angles. There you go. This is my horizon lock setting for the portrait mode. Why portrait? These days I'm just shooting all in portrait. I've spent over 10 years shooting in landscape. Now I decided for this entire year and last year I'll shift to just portrait mode shoots. And I believe that the cell phone is the way to go, so we have to accommodate the cell phone users. So I shoot in portrait right now. Okay, so these are my settings, and I don't like the beeping sound. Turn it off. I turn off the screen. I turn off all the lights, so you don't know if I'm shooting. Like if I start to video you right now, see, there's no indication that you're being videoed, although you can see that it's recording. See the recording time there? Then if I stop videoing, you won't know to. See, look, I'll hit stop. The people don't know that I'm shooting them, and this screen is dimmed out to 30%, so I don't bother anyone behind me. You know, like when it's very dark, I don't like people to say, hey, your screen's too bright. So see, it's very inconspicuous. That's exactly what I like with the GoPro. I don't like to hold the camera this way. It makes all the equipment awkward when I use a gimbal. The gimbal can't hold the camera sideways yet. The gimbal has to always be this way. So this is exactly how I want to shoot it. I connect it on a gimbal and it's always balanced. I want everything straight. So if you notice, everything is straight. The lines, the posts, this metal post, if you look at them through the lens, you see that the posts are just straight. I don't like it when the posts get distorted or the lines get distorted. So like the roof has lines. See, inside with the screen of the GoPro, the lines are straight and you can see it. So my GoPro is shooting straight lines and as zoomed up as possible. Now let's move on to the DJI Action 4. I bought this DJI Action 4 about a month ago, but never really got to use it. So now, during my trip to Coron or to Palawan, I decided to exclusively use it, to force myself using this for the entire voyage. I've shot so many clips in it, again in portrait mode. The DJI Action 4 has the same, they call it rock steady. So you can see that it has rock steady or similar to horizon lock of the GoPro. See, maintains the orientation. Okay, my problem with this DJI is I can't shoot at 4K 16:9. The maximum resolution it gives me is 2.7K. If I move it to 4K 16:9, 60 frames per second, the same as the GoPro. There, 14K 16:9, 60 frames, horizon balancing. Okay, there you go. Okay, this is the result. See, it cannot lock the screen, so the orientation changes. The screen goes with it, which I don't like. I want to maintain the portrait mode without the screen moving. Okay, so that's my problem about this. You can tilt it up to a certain distance and then that's it. It starts to move and then eventually it will shift to landscape mode. So I have no choice but to put down the resolution to turn on horizon lock, and that is at 2.7K 16:9, 60 frames. Maximize the horizon steady. When I do that, okay, now it locks the horizon. See, locks it up. It's now exactly like the GoPro. The DJI resolution is only at 2.7K, which is usable, it's doable. I'm happy with 1080, but still I'd rather have 4K, and I really prefer shooting close-ups. I'll set this at 2x zoom. There you go. Okay, when I do the zoom of the GoPro to 2x, it maintains it. When I turn the unit off, it's still 2x zoom. Okay, this is exactly how I want to shoot. 2x zoom, and you can turn the camera. But the problem with the DJI is when I turn it off, okay, then turn it back on, the 2x zoom disappears. See, it's back to 1x. This does not happen to the GoPro. I always have to move it back. My problem in Palawan was I was using a dive case. You cannot touch the screen in the dive case. So every time I turn the camera off, it reverts back to 1x zoom or the normal. And I don't like it. I want it to maintain at 2x. That's my problem about this. Why? I hope there's a fix. See, it's back to 1x. Every single time I turn it off. And I don't keep my camera on. I only shoot what I need to shoot. If I keep it on, it's not going to last. The batteries won't last. So I have to do that every time. Another thing I don't like is I don't like holding the camera this way. Okay, I want to hold it this way. But the DJI has no setting to allow you to view your videos while your camera is in landscape but your videos are still in portrait. So now every time I go around, I see a sideways view. It's really very annoying. It's very disorienting. It's very difficult to use this camera because I always see a sideways view. Okay, so it's quite annoying, really, very. And it's hard to sometimes I don't get the subjects at the center or where I want them. It's very hard. Like, see that screen in front of us? How do you put that? How do you center that? See, if I push it up, it goes down. So I have to do what? This? What do I do? This is quite difficult to get. See, now if I tilt it this way, it's hard to put that screen at the center. Something so simple I can't do easily. Okay. And another thing that's annoying is you can't turn off the lights. You see? The lights are on. See, there's a green light there. It's always on. I can't turn off the lights. So people know I'm shooting. Here. Press shoot. At least I can turn off the beep. See, beeping red light. Beeping red light. Oh my god, it really bothers me. Can't turn it off. It's just a software thing. can't turn off the front screen. I don't need it. I don't use the front screen. I don't use it. I never shoot at myself. So why can't I have the option to turn off the front screen? And it stays on the entire time. Even if I'm not shooting, the front screen, it stays on. So it really wastes a lot of battery space. Well, anyway, that's my short review of this. So far, I'm going around. I haven't edited anything yet, but these little annoying things I just decided to blog about while in this boat trip. It's a 3-hour trip, so I have 3 hours to edit this video and send it online. I'll show you some actual vids as soon as my trip is over. Thank you. Bye bye.